Aaron is having yet another quarter-life crisis. Doug can't seem to get over Kayla, and Anna is hurt. What's good, y'all? She Sis Erica Vane coming to you again with another Grownish video. In this video, I'm breaking down episode 11 from season 4. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications so that you don't miss out on any of my Grownish videos. You'll get alerts the moment that I post. If you want to deep dive into Grownish and all that I have said on this channel about it, I have a Grownish playlist that I would love for you to get into, and you could also subscribe to that by turning on the bell notifications so that you get updates whenever I actually update the Grownish playlist. So go ahead and get your deep dive on like I'm about to do in this video. This episode was really centered around Anna and the accident that she has, and specifically the fact that she is hit off of a scooter by a person driving a car, and the person, once they are apprehended, happens to be an undocumented person. Now, while I 100% understand where Anna arrives, by the end of the episode, she decides not to actually identify him and instead lie to the police. And all of this episode, she is grappling with the decision of if she should be honest and say, this is the person who did this to me, and potentially destroy his life, cause him to be deported and banned from coming back into the US, or if she should lie and leave him to be able to go on and hopefully be better. Now, the thing that I struggle with, because yes, I understand how tragic and trash this country is when it comes to our politics, our policy, and specifically immigration and how we handle people of color and marginalized communities. We're 100% trash at that. I completely understand. However, this boy hit her with a car. He hit her with a car, y'all. Not he hit her car with his car. It wasn't a car accident. It was a car to person accident. She wasn't on a motorcycle with even a little bit more hardware in between her and the road. She was on a little random electric scooter, and he hit her off of it with his car. Where is the accountability for that? And I hate to say it, in this episode, Anna takes a visit to go visit, conservative bae Javi, who we are so glad is out of her life. And he makes the point of like, just stick to the facts, and you got to do what you got to do because it's your responsibility, and trust the justice system, which you can't actually do that. I understand Anna's dilemma 100% in this episode. She does not want to be part of the cause for disrupting this person's life. However, this person disrupted his own life when he hit you on your body with his car. I'm sorry, y'all. There's nothing that points to the fact that he has learned his lesson. There's nothing that points to the fact that he won't do it again. After he hit her with his car, he ran a few lights and then was apprehended. So it's one thing to try to spare somebody and be mindful of the tragic nature of this country and not putting him into a system that could potentially further victimize him or continue to marginalize him. I 100% understand that, but where is the accountability for this man and or boy, because yes, he's young, hitting this woman with a motor vehicle? Where is it at? That's my biggest qualm. And it's, for me, it doesn't even matter, like, immigrant or not. You hit her with a car, bro. So I definitely struggle with Anna's decision by the end of the episode. However, I do understand it. And I would love to have a conversation with y'all in the comment section down below. And you let me know what you think. Do you think Anna should have turned him in? Do you think that Anna did the right thing by not turning him in this episode? The best part of it for me was that this situation forced Anna to reflect on a lot of her conservative views and her positioning. And I adore that, because one thing that I have struggled with Anna ever since they jumped into her political storyline and gave us more context in reference to how she sees herself politically in this country, I struggle with it because she's a woman of Hispanic background who heavily aligns with conservative tendencies and practices. And while I'm not saying all conservatives are bad, girl, they don't want us here. They don't want me here, and they don't want you here. So why in the hell are you actually supporting them? And that is something that I have thought over and over and over again. And if I'm going to be honest, it's something that had me fall back in reference to caring about Anna as a character as we continue to watch the show. So in this episode, watching her pivot, watching her confront her ideas of 100% buying into the justice system and potentially compromising herself and her ethics that she has by lying to the police in order to save this young person, it really felt good to see, because she's not so arrogantly willful, aligned with an organization that doesn't necessarily want to see the good of her or a good number of other people of color like her in this country. But that's that. Let me know what you think about that. Also happening in this episode, we really get to see Doug and Aaron struggle. Aaron is having yet another quarter-life crisis after he breaks up with Zoey so that he can figure out what he got going on and attack, I guess, his jealousy issues, but he ain't doing none of that yet. He is literally sulking around in his class early and being uninspired, but he's confronted by the potential new student in his class who is very, very excited to meet him and wants to basically walk in his footsteps. However, Aaron doesn't even know where he's going, so he's caught in a place right now where he's at a standstill and completely lost. It is a crazy and or maybe sad day when Vivek is the voice of reason, the big papa, the sage in the situation, and or the wisest person in the room, and that is exactly what happens in this episode, because Vivek is the one who confronts Aaron's woe is me victim mentality of a situation that he actually created and he has 100% power over, as well as Doug sulking about Kayla and his position with Kayla in her life, because at the end of the day he also put himself in that position as well, with wanting to hide Kayla from Luca as well as the rest of the world. Now yes, he has since come clean to Luca about his whole situation with Kayla. However, in this episode when we started out, it just feels like it's a little too late. Kayla has already made another date plans and she is exploring her options, as she should. We love that for a young black queen, and he is sitting there sulking because he can't believe that she actually, I guess, has options or is choosing to, you know, tap into them. Now what I will say is it was very, very cute to watch Kayla and Doug interact in this episode, because they both are deeply into each other, and while Kayla felt like she was really trying to explore her options when she's telling Doug that she can meet up to go out later tonight because she already has a date, at the end of the day she really does want to be with Doug, and she's actually happy about him coming clean and them potentially being open, because they both wind up ditching their dates and ending up together. Now let's touch on little Miss Zoey, because at the start of this episode we don't get to see her much, but at the start of this episode she's heavily in her narcissism bag when we are at the hospital with Anna, and she is reeling about Aaron breaking up with her, and I think that this is something that we're going to see continue to play out through the rest of season 4, because she did actually want to be with Aaron. I'm looking forward to where this sends Zoey's journey moving forward. But y'all, that is it. That is my full breakdown of episode 11 of Grownish from season 4. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications before you click one of these 2 videos to catch you up that's already also on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.